Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Let's Taste with the Intrepid Wino. My name is James Scaresbrook. Thank you very much for joining me. You can see I've done another little setup here at the new home of Let's Taste, and I'm going to try out this little setup, see how it goes, see how it looks. Hopefully it looks okay. And yet again, I'm looking at some samples from a winery that I have previously tasted some wines from, Topaz Mountain, which is based up in northern New South Wales, I believe in New England. As I would have mentioned previously, not a region that you hear much about. You don't necessarily see wines from this region, particularly here in Melbourne. But they're an exciting producer. They're working with some alternative varieties. They're doing some different things in the winery and in the vineyard. So it's always a pleasure to have a taste of some of their wines. So without further ado, we're going to start off with the 2015 Bricolage Blanc, which apparently is basically like a blend of the best for the vintage, and they take different varieties. So I think it's a blend of Chardonnay, Sauv Blanc, Gewürztraminer and Petit Manseng. And the recommended retail price for this wine is $30 Australian. So, got a bit of a mess of the stickers there. So, let's have a look. Quite pale, very fresh looking, nice and bright. You know, a bright yellowy colour. Some exuberance on the nose. A little more subtle than exuberant, I would say. Some complexities here. The barrel fermented Sauv Blanc, the Gewürz, the Petit Manseng. You know, there's some tropical fruity aromas here, with a little bit of lazy, citrusy, peach kind of character from the Chardonnay. Let's taste. Reasonably rich, textural. The mallow character is coming through on the palate. There is a kind of a creaminess, a nuttiness. It's good, it's contained, it's classic, but there's some interest there as well. I think it's very solid for $30. Not super exciting. You know, the more exotic fruits I see on the nose are quite subdued on the palate, which is good. The Chardonnay is far more prominent on the palate than it is aromatically. The second wine we're going to look at is the Wild Ferment Tannat from 2013 vintage. This is a recommended retail price of $38. If you're unfamiliar with the grape variety Tannat, I've really made a mess of the script cap on this one. Tannat, I believe, is a variety you tend to find in the Basque part of France, I think in the Pyrenees. And it's got a real foothold in Uruguay, South America, where you know, Tannat has become the kind of the champion variety for the country. You don't see much of it in Australia. I think I may have previously tasted some Tannat. I can't remember if I tasted some from Topaz Mountain, but I may have tasted some from Del Uva, which is a Barossa Valley-based producer. Tannat, as the name would suggest, is typically a very tannic variety. And just looking at the back label here, it is 15.8% alcohol, so decent amount of alcohol in this wine. Let's have a look at it. Really brooding, dark red fruits, quite gamey in fact, meaty, a little bit herbal, some sweet dry spices in there as well, but earthy red, dried red, you know, ripe fruits. Let's taste. Not as tannic as I thought it would be. It's actually well contained. The alcohol is pretty well integrated. It's not really hot. You just sort of feel a warming sensation quite late on the palate. It's a very cuddly wine. If you're looking to have an evening on the couch watching Netflix, this is a wine you should be picking because it's really going to relax you and put you in a good mood. Very complex. There's a really nice juxtaposition of fruit and savory characters. Very consistent with the aromatics. I really like this wine. It's a really, really interesting wine. It's a really delicious wine, very drinkable, but certainly offers something a little bit different. And there is suppleness to it. I think that it has benefited a little bit with some age. So I dare say that it probably would have looked a lot more tannic when it was younger. But at 2013 wine, now about 5 years old, has softened out quite substantially. So that's a big winner for me. If you want to try something different but somewhat familiar, I do highly recommend seeking out the Topaz Mountain Tannat from 2013. I think for $38 it is worth spending a little bit more money because who knows, you might find something a bit different. But as always, thank you very much to Topaz Mountain for very generously donating some samples to the cause of Let's Taste. And thank you to all the wineries who reach out and very generously offer some samples for me to taste here on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to have your wines profiled on the Intrepid Wino YouTube channel, please do get in contact with me. You can do so via my website, intrepidwino.com. If you like this video, hit the like button. Please share it on social media. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Please provide me some feedback or share an experience of your own. And do make sure you are subscribed to the Intrepid Wino YouTube channel. Come visit me at intrepidwino.com. Lots of different content there. Lots of different writings. My podcast, the Vincast. And of course, you can follow me on social media at Intrepid Wino. Not at Intrepid Wino on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But guys, until next time, cheers.